Start off with Michael Grady from Yes Network.
Hey, Coach. We talked last couple of days after the loss about, giving the Celtics a little bit of confidence. What are some keys for you guys to snatch that confidence away from them tonight?
I think it's just fundamentals, discipline, details, just making sure that we double down in those areas before we even get to what we're trying to do schematically at both ends of the floor. So, they're a little too comfortable last game. And I think we had a good start and maybe took our foot off the gas just a little bit, and the series kind of swung in their favor. So, tonight will be a great test for us. It's great for us to face some adversity and to, under duress, double down on our fundamentals and details.
How dramatically different a team are you when your guys are setting the tone physically, which I'm sure you want to do tonight?
Yeah, I think that's true of every team in basketball. When you have that, you're able to match or out kind of produce that physicality, you're going to give yourself an advantage in some way, somehow, some way. So that's really important. You could probably name 5 or 6 little mini battles within a game that allows one team to take the upper hand. That's certainly one of them. We're definitely a much better team when we're aggressive and physical, and so I think it is important for us to do that.
Greg Logan with Newsday.
Steve, you obviously disrupted Tatum's rhythm in the first 2 games. What do you have to do to get back to that? And how impressive is he as a young player in terms of being able to make the right play, when you do force the ball out of his hands?
Well, he's very intelligent, skilled. He can score from different spots on the floor, different actions. He's a difficult matchup. For us, we just got to make him work hard and not give him anything easy. I thought we put him on the line too much, and maybe didn't make him uncomfortable enough. So lots we can improve on, but he is a terrific player, and even if we have an outstanding game defensively, he's still capable of producing. So we have to be able to find different ways to win in that event. Like the first 2 games, we were able to hold him down, but as you see, it's not always going to be the case, and we have to try to find ways to win if we can hold him down, but we can do better at trying to contain him.
Blake Andrews, ESPN.
Steve, I'm just wondering, I know you have a series to focus on here, but to what degree can you allow yourself to even think about the fact that whatever happens, whoever wins a series, the opponent of it is already waiting on the other side, and that rest versus time on the floor together type of factor?
Yeah. You can look forward a little bit. Having said that, I also have enough experience and been around the block a few times to know that that's a dangerous game to play. So it's human nature to think what could be awaiting you, but it's also a slippery slope if you get focused on something other than the task at hand. So, for us, we're such a new team. We need this time. This rotation, so to speak, minus Jeff now, has played 3 games together. So it's really important for us to take advantage of the time on the floor to try to improve, to try to gain new experiences collectively. And if we get to the second round, and we'll deal with whatever problems that poses, whether we had enough rest, not enough rest, too much rest, whatever that may be, and then attack that series. But right now we got our hands full. We need to improve, and we got to try to win game 4.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, Steve, this is twofold. You talked about the battles within the battle. I'm curious, how much of that is, say, as an example, Nick matching physicality against a guy like Tristan, who outweighs him by about 40 pounds? And secondly, if Kemba and Robert Williams cannot play, and Brad said both are doubtful, how does that change what they can and can't do?
Well, I think you'll see more of other guys. You'll see more shots from Fournier and Smart, and guys that had a really good game 3. It's still a capable team. They have guys on their bench that played a lot during the regular season that aren't playing now, so it won't be like throwing someone out there that hasn't impacted their team this year. Our team traditionally hasn't done well when guys are scratched, so it's important for us to really have that focus and overcome that kind of that mental obstacle of letting your foot down, letting your guard down. I assume that wouldn't be the case when they're threatening to tie the series. But in any event, we can't worry about who's playing for them as much as how we're going to perform tonight and work on the things that we've highlighted in the last couple of days.
Tom Dowd, BrooklynNets.com.
Hey, Steve, as you guys adjust to playing without Jeff, was there anything you saw on Friday that kind of influences the rotation for tonight?
We debate it sometimes, but I don't know that much has changed. We definitely, the debate centers on, where we would go in a game if we felt like we needed to change things up. But to start the game, I don't know that we'll be that much different as far as our approach and our rotations. And then we'll just have to adjust as the game goes and we see it or see it as it sees fit.
Steve Lichtenstein, WFAN.
Hey, Steve. Earlier today, Nick talked about needing to be more aggressive when he has smaller players around the basket, while also saying he needed to do a better job of finding his teammates. For a young player in his first playoff experience, that could be kind of a mixed message. What are you and your staff doing to help him get through that?
Yeah, well, we're trying to support him and let him know that he can do better, but that we understand that it's his first time and that he's got to develop on the fly here. So we've continued to go with him, even though he's struggled a little bit, which I think is important for his confidence, and then just try to support, his decision-making. If he's aggressive, we're okay with him making mistakes. If he gets passive or if he, doesn't play with that necessary aggression, where those mistakes are the ones we want to eliminate.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.